Chapter 8, featuring the young vocals of that was a younger Anita Baker. They was out about like 1978 or 79, was it? Chapter 8. Yeah, chapter 8. That's what that was. That wasn't that was Anita Baker. She was like, I guess you want to say she was the lead singer, but she wasn't one of the founders of the group. The group was founded by a cat named David Washington and Michael J. Powell, and Anita was one. She was one. She's saying she's one of the lead singers because they released multiple albums, but she obviously that star shined bright, and she went on to do other and bigger and better things. She's now retiring, but that was Ready for Your Love, and you heard her as a background singer. I Just Want to Be Your Girl, which was also played. That was Anita pretty much as a lead singer. Then we also had Bobby Caldwell with what the classic "What You Want to Do It for Love." I didn't get a chance to play that from last week. Had to get a chance to play it this week, and then we had New Edition with Still in Love. So game update: 24-0 Atlanta. Yeah, they man, they filthy right now. I don't know what's going on down in Atlanta, brother. Man, tell me about it. They kicking butt down there. You kind of figure. I kind of had the feeling that this Green Bay thing was was coming close to an end. It just didn't. They were hot, but teams that's hot like this, they start to get hot like around that next to last game, and then that'll carry them on. They were hot for a really long time. Eventually, it would have had to have come to an end. And the NFL, how the NFL plays, there's still another half to play. That halftime might pretty much throw Atlanta off their game. Green Bay still might have a chance to come back and make it a game. But 24 down, 24-0 to this might be over. Right, game time. Yeah. Right. It may have actually just thrown them off because they were in the rhythm without those players. So it may have actually just thrown them off. Then we also still got the next game coming up. So that's gonna be a fun game. And here is what I'll say about that next game. Tom Brady, he's going to replace Joe Montana as the greatest of all time. If New England wins the next two games, in my lifetime is Joe. That's the greatest quarterback to have ever lived. You can say whatever you want to about arm strength and all that other stuff. It's Joe in my lifetime. If Tom Brady wins, it's Tom Brady. There's no more debate. Go ahead, Al. It's no. The game is played two different ways. The game is the game is played a different way. But here is something that Tom has to his credit that Joe can't say: 11 championship game appearances, and you can't. Yes, so you can't make that argument. I mean, I love Joe Montana, Joe Cool. I still say when he came in here, San Francisco, when he came to Soldier Field back in 1988, and we thought the Bears were going to win, and they just kicked their butt. They just 28 to what 3 or nothing. It was over. And that was the end of the dynasty right there. The so-called Bears dynasty. It was over from that moment on. We just didn't know it. We didn't accept it, but it was over from that moment on. And then Joe he got the mantle. Steve took it over a little bit, but Joe in our lifetime, if you're over 35, it's Joe. If you're under 35, it's Tom. Tom is battling for that legacy now. He's now for this next generation and for our generation. It will be Joe. Tom will replace Joe as the greatest of all time. So that's how we're going to do that. We got maybe one or two more songs. We're going to close it out with "That's the Way of the World," but we got one more coming up. Diggy's Funk Soul Explosion. I'm taking you all the way up to 2 o'clock, to 4 o'clock. So and I was on the two. So Diggy's Funk Soul Explosion take you up until 4. Let's get back into the music.